And there was an unfortunate fatality accident that involved a 4-year-old girl, and her mother was impaired driving on drugs and ran off the road, and the little girl wasn't in her car seat like she was supposed to and was ejected, and the truck was on top of her.
Worked a lot of accidents. I've seen a lot of dead bodies, and going to talk to someone and tell them that their loved one's not coming home and either took their lives or someone else's, it's a hard thing to do.
There's times, I can shut my eyes and I can see that little girl laying under that truck when the wrecker pulled it up off of her.
The ENDUI program is a multi-agency campaign in order to join agencies, being from sheriff's departments to local jurisdictions.
What ENDUI does is it makes a statewide impaired driving team.
Everybody getting together for one common goal, and that is to reduce these fatalities that we're having based off of the impaired driving issue.
Just made our 1,000th DUI arrest from checkpoints and saturations ENDUI events, which we've had right at, I think, 65 events in a little over a year.
Because our numbers were staggering. When we look at our data now, it has made a difference. For the first time, our rate for impaired driving crashes is below what the national standard rate is. And we haven't been there in forever.
I teach some of our impaired driving classes. If I ask the class if we're averaging 250 deaths a year, how many is okay? And then at whatever number they come up with, then I ask them, is that someone from your family? Which person from your family is going to be okay for next year to be a number from a loss from impaired driving?
We can pull up a heat map of the state of Oklahoma, and it actually shows the different locations in each region where we're having the highest incidence of alcohol-related crashes and injury crashes.
And we'll go to those local agencies that lie within that county and even within cities within that region, and we'll say, hey, we've got an issue here. Let's go see if we can't make a difference. We'll go set up a checkpoint and a saturation patrol, or one or the other.
These agencies have an opportunity to participate, and it also helps them on guidelines, procedures on how to more effectively enforce DUIs and to reduce fatality collisions or injury collisions.
Being able to go in there and talk to them and get them on board and show them it's a data-driven project, and show this is what we're doing, this is what we're trying to do. And they come out and they want to participate. And then they after you participate and you conduct an emphasis, do a DUI checkpoint or whatever, they call you and they're like, hey, when can you guys come back?
We select 5 cars at a time. 5 cars pull in, all the other traffic is waved on. As soon as those 5 cars are finished being contacted, which is 15 to 30 seconds, we pull 5 more cars in.
Once they do enter into the checkpoint, we've instructed officers who are working in the checkpoint to look for your typical signs of impairment. We're
trying to detect the odor of alcohol, but there's also other things that may stand out to you. If some person doesn't seem like they're acting right, and that's where your drug recognition experts will kick in, that are trained to identify that.
They usually thank us for doing what we're doing, because we tell every single person that we stop that we were here for an impaired driving checkpoint. We're trying to get the people that are impaired off the roadways, and the majority of people are grateful for what we do. And we're not all about just going out and arresting people and putting them in jail.
When we set those up, the Twitter and Facebook, everything just explodes. A lot of people don't realize that on the backside of that, there is the saturation patrol. The checkpoint is just a small portion of it.
Saying that you cannot get a ride home doesn't fly anymore. There's so many ways for you to either have a sober friend, Uber, taxi, shuttle buses.
You can pretty much get a ride in most places in the state now, just with the swipe of your thumb.
Use whatever phone calls they have necessary for somebody to come pick them up. Use the designated driver.
If you want to drink, make sure you're not driving. It's not worth it. There's nothing worth it.
You're not only risking your own life, but you're risking the lives of other ones that are around you.
It's very dangerous, and we've seen the effects firsthand.